Okay, this is definitely going somewhere. Well, we're down at the right depth. Hello again.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
And that looks like an alien facility to the southeast. Please, no Leviathans. Because even if a Leviathan shows up, I'm just gonna have to run for it. Speaking of Leviathans showing up and warpers. Oh, please don't attack me. We're all friends here. That is a lot of fireballs you were shooting at me. Oh, the blue tablet we found. Good. Okay, I think we've made it to safety. No, thank you. I'm not interested at the moment.
Translating local alien broadcast. Warning, vaccine development program terminated. Emperor egg etching project terminated. Live specimens terminated. Evacuate immediately.
Oh, I'm out of storage space. Well, that's awkward. I guess I can just pick it all up in my inventory. I have made you a mod pseudonym. You just haven't noticed. Rudimentary tablet. This device shares many similarities with the tablets used to access the alien facilities, though its structure is rather less complex. It may have served as a similar purpose, granting security access and storing relevant data, and was thus kept here as a form of legacy support. Holographic projector. This device contains a network apparatus and a holographic projection unit. It was likely used as a communications relay, capturing and projecting the image of the user to a remote location. There do not appear to be any other devices in range. Alien statue. This artifact is unpowered, suggesting it served a ceremonial rather than practical purpose. The pyramid resembles vines, spiraling upwards towards a warm blue stone mounted above it. It may represent a plant found on the alien homeworld, a building of religious import, or even the gravitational pull of their home solar system. Yeah, these are just a bunch of very random things to give, I guess, lore. Alien carving. This carving is hundreds of thousands of years old and made from an unrecognized natural fiber grown on an unknown planet. It bears striking resemblance to the old Earth yin-yang symbol. Two competing theories may explain this similarity. One, aliens visited Earth prior to the 4th century BC and influenced the development of ancient Chinese philosophy. Two, the concept of yin and yang is universal, since yin and yang describes the fundamental interplay of seemingly opposite forces. It may be a necessary existential understanding in some form in all sufficiently developed civilizations. The tapering of two circles union into opposed and infinitesimally small points, the finite, is one logical way to represent this understanding and may have been developed independently by species other than humans. An ancient earth blade dating back to 13th century, blood samples on the blade match the DNA of 7 separate heads of state from the period. This evidence supports the theory that aliens are an ancient spaceborne civilization engaged in the surreptitious study of less developed species. So aliens arrived on Earth and beheaded 7 heads of state? Okay. Alien building block. This rock-like object features organic as well as mechanical parts, and there is some genetic and technological crossover with the design of the self-warping constructs encountered elsewhere. It appears to serve no purpose. In its current state, it is awaiting some kind of activation sequence. Materials such as this may have been a fundamental building block of the alien technology, and even of the aliens themselves. Like, I don't think we actually get much detail on the aliens themselves, at least in this game, from what I remember. But I'm hoping some of this comes back around in the sequel whenever we get to it, because that game I don't know. Tracking implant. This construct is emitting a high bandwidth signal consistent with alien transmissions intercepted elsewhere. DNA on the exterior indicates it was once implanted inside one of the lifeforms indigenous to 4546b, its size suggesting the subject was a Leviathan-class organism. Beyond tracking and broadcasting its location, the implant may also have recorded biological data on the subject. However, this data cannot be retrieved. Organic matter particulator. This device contains a highly unstable radioactive isotope likely to destroy all organisms exposed to it, while leaving physical structures intact. Although it would function perfectly well as a weapon, it was more likely used to sterilize spaces for later inhabitation. Without instructions, it would be unwise to interact with it. The empty case. Scans show some form of advanced nanobot inside this seemingly empty case. These bots are substantially smaller than any developed within the Federation, and it is not possible to ascertain their exact function. It would, however, be unwise to release them. Ow. Did you just attack me? Because I will kill you. Alien robot. This device is of alien origin, although its design is relatively simple. Purpose. It is low threat level. Its low threat level is at odds with the advanced technology apparently available to its designers, suggesting it was intended more to patrol alien facilities and repair damaged infrastructure than to deter invaders. Design. Despite its simple design, this construction is quite elegant in its minimalism. 4 electromagnetic legs allow it to traverse floors, walls, ceilings with reasonable speed, and appears to be replaceable. Internally, there are a few moving parts, rendering this construct energy efficient and resistant to wear over time. A rechargeable ion-based power reserve ensures it continues to operate. Assessment. Immobilize and return to Altera for mutual profit. Ha! Of course. So what? I didn't get to read this because I was attacked. Translation device? Yes. This device stores linguistic data from over 1,000 different languages. The core of the device may allow alien text to be read and translated. Analysis of the onboard data reveals a number of ancient Earth languages, and this term CHBC Live appears many times in the device's data. Its import is unclear. The device seems to be configured to translate into the designer's language. It will not work the other way around. Okay, that is a bunch of information about alien knickknacks. Let's go up here first, I suppose. We've got a bunch of side doors to check out as well. Enzyme 42 project data.
Integrating new PDA data.
According to translated data logs, an indigenous Leviathan species was found to produce a unique substance referred to as Enzyme 42, which inhibited the symptoms of the Kara bacterial infection in other indigenous organisms. The specimen was captured and contained in a purpose-built habitat for further study. The alien researchers went to great lengths to provide for the lifeform's environmental needs, including the import of interdependent flora and fauna via an on-site warp gate. However, its health quickly deteriorated. When quarantine was imposed, all warp gates and force fields were sealed. All attempts to develop the enzyme into a vaccine had been unsuccessful. Preserved fetus. Ugh. Sea Emperor fetus. Found preserved in a display case, it was likely a child of the adult specimen contained within the facility. Physiology. Superficial damage to the specimen indicates it was artificially removed from its egg casing. Stunted tissue development suggests the organism expired during the removal process. Tissue samples have been taken from the digestive tract. Analysis. It appears the aliens were attempting to formulate a cure for the bacterium from enzymes produced in this specimen's digestive systems. Without a young, healthy specimen, these efforts were in vain. Preserved egg casing. Shell composition. The shell casing is formed from thick layers of carbon composite, suggesting an extensive gestation period. This Leviathan species may give birth just once per century, perhaps just once in their lifetimes. Shell casing incisions. Precise incisions suggest a laser-based tool was used to cut open the egg casing and forcibly remove the fetus inside prior to full gestation. Analysis. Time pressure to develop a bacterial vaccine may have driven the alien research to cut open this egg and remove the fetus for study. It is possible that removed from its parent and natural habitat, some vital condition for the infant to hatch naturally was not met. Another empty display case. So it looks like they banked all their hopes of a cure, ow, on the Sea Emperor, or the Sea Emperor's kids, and couldn't figure out how to make that actually work out for them. Oh, another warp gate. I just have a single... No, I have 2 beacons. Alright. Where do you go? We'll come back, of course. We are not done with the containment facility. I am going to murder all of you. Oh, just exploded. I can hear others of them. Yeah, I see you back there. Okay, where are we? We are... Can't remember if the meter shows above versus below, like how it differentiates. So I don't know if we are below sea level. Go away. Well, looks like we are below. But we're not that far down. I'd like to mark sort of what region we're in, but I don't see... Oh, okay. No. Dude, you can't swim through air. We are not underwater. Like, you cheating cheater? I'm gonna keep scanning this crab. Well, I got the bone shark as it swam through the air at me. Alright. I don't know where this actually took me. I guess I could actually put on all of my beacons and see what is nearby. It'll sort of clutter my UI, but if I have a beacon near to where I currently am, then that gives me some clue. Oh, this is hard to see. 2000. All of these are... Life Pod 7 is actually pretty close. And Life Pod 19. I mean, Life Pod 7 is by far the closest at 200 meters. Okay. Now I kind of want to turn all these off, but I'm assuming we're going to be dealing with other warp gates. There's probably also other stuff to explore down there. I just don't care enough at the moment. I guess we go to Life Pod 7's beacon. Oh, I can't edit it in here. Darn. I was going to put a note that it's near one of the gates. That way I at least have that noted. Okay. So if we consider this the entrance, then we just checked out the front right gate. Which went to Life Pod 7. I'm making notes. I will murder you. Right? That was this one. I didn't get it mixed up. No. Okay, that must have been the right back gate. So this will be the front right gate. Where do you go? Okay. So this is taking me to the Green River. Neat. So that's not a terribly convenient one for getting away. Life Pod 7, I assume, I don't remember exactly where it was, but I'm assuming it's close to the surface. And therefore having quick access down to here from there would be good.
This room appears to be a biological archive storing more than 40 indigenous egg specimens in different states of development.
I mean, some of these eggs would be difficult for a species to lay.
Integrating new PDA data.
It's the Emperor Leviathan research data. Specimen size categories have been adjusted upward to accommodate this species. You mean this is bigger than all the other Leviathans we've found? Okay. Feeding and digestion. Alien research data indicates that despite its size, this species feeds entirely off microorganisms it filters from the water, which themselves depend on a complicated ecosystem of plant and animal life. Reproduction. Large ovary-like organs are carried in the creature's middle section, suggesting that, like other species on this planet, it produces eggs. However, internal scar tissue indicates probable infertility. Enzyme 42. The Emperor manufactures enzyme 42 within its stomach cavity to break down its food, and will occasionally expel it into the surrounding waters. This substance was found to neutralize the effects of the bacterium, and its presence in the ecosystem today would explain how life on the planet survived the outbreak. It would remain to be explained by what mechanism the enzyme is being delivered. Health. Comparative analysis of size and metabolic rates indicates the specimen captured by the researchers was approximately 1600 years old. Extensive internal and external scar tissue suggests it had lived well in the excess of the peak lifespan for its species. Assessment. While a healthy emperor specimen may have held some potential as a cure, it is unlikely any research subjects survived the quarantine procedures. So yeah, like, how do you lay an egg that looks like that? Alright, and so this one doesn't appear to have any eggs that have escaped. I don't think there's anything left to scan in here. At least nothing's triggering. There's an empty case. Oh, they were going to put that egg in, it seems, when quarantine happened. Okay, so that is the right side all sorted out. Let's check out the left side. Oh, and I should probably repair the prawn suit because it's super damaged. There you go. Evil crab. I assume this is another warp portal, and it is. I need more cubes. Oops. Do I seriously not have more? I thought I grabbed a bunch of them. There's definitely... Oh, I should not have jumped. I'm not in water. Definitely have a bunch in the back of my prawn suit. Well, it's kind of wedged awkwardly. But yeah, we're reaching end game as I recall. Kind of the end lore. Okay. So this is the back left. 300 meters down. Hey, those things. What biome are we in? Oh, the giant puffballs. Okay. I remember those. I'm sure they had a name, but I've forgotten them. But that will be reasonably. Reminder. Giant puffballs. Are you... There's no water here. There. Since you're swimming through the air, I will just eat you. Yeah, clearly getting hard borders between underwater versus air is something that the developers of this game struggled with. Which we've seen before in our bases, we kept having fish swim in through the walls. Should probably use some of my medical kits. I think I only have one more though. Yeah. Okay, we'll go to the central room, which is probably more lore. Ventilation controls.
Integrating new PDA data.
Water flowing to and from the primary containment facility is being automatically controlled independently of other safeguards. Data on the water composition has been recorded. Inflow. Water is being drawn from different biomes around the surface of the planet. The water temperature is considerably lower than the volcanic environments outside the facility, while microorganisms and nutrient counts are substantially higher. Outflow. Oxygen-deprived water is being flooded from the system and recycled back to the outside. Inflow pipe. Peepers entering the containment facility. The pipes drawing water into the containment facility are filled with peepers arriving from the surface. The fish show no signs of distress. Specimens scanned have all consumed high quantities of seeds and organic matter from the surface. Some specimens are beginning to show signs of infection. Nothing to scan there. I mean, I'm assuming if I can scan an inflow pipe, there's probably also an outflow pipe to scan. I saw a scan thing pop up briefly. Outflow pipe. Enzyme host peepers leaving the containment facility. The outflow pipes are filled with peepers traveling back toward the surface. Specimens show no symptoms of infection. All specimens scanned are carrying enzyme 42, which data suggests inhibits the bacterium. Specimen stomach cavities are otherwise empty, suggesting they may have purged the contents before entering the pipes. Assessment. If peepers have evolved to distribute the enzyme via the pipe network, this may explain parts of the mechanism by which life on 4546b has survived since the bacterial outbreak. So we've got peepers entering the pipe network to deliver seeds to the containment facility, and then leaving with the enzyme and delivering the enzyme back to the rest of the planet. Yeah, there definitely was a lot more problems of fish swimming into the base when the base was first placed down, but really it still happens. Alright, and this is our next warp gate. $241 meters down, so again, not that far. Looks like our lowest is probably the Green River. Where are you? Is this the Jelly Forest? Yeah, it is. Okay. Just looking at the rocks, it looked like the Jelly Forest. There's lots of stuff to grab, so might as well do so. Assuming I haven't lost the gate. There it is. Like, we did lots of exploring, but I didn't find any of these gates. I don't know if that's true. Might have found... because we have found gates that were turned off. So it might be some of these. Okay. I think that is all of the side rooms. We are ready to explore the main room. Up in front. I don't have another blue tablet. You only gave me one, and I already used it. Okay, how do we construct the blue tablets? So close and yet so far. Here. Kyanite. So I'm gonna need to get to a fabricator. Do I need to... Either I would need to go all the way back past the... Grab the other blue one. Oh, out of the device? I doubt it. I think once we put it in, it's in. But that is loud. So either I try and get past these leviathans, get back to my submarine. Yeah, no, it's already in. Or I go out one of these gates and try and get back to my base. And that's the direction I'm thinking, because I don't want to deal with going past that leviathan. So let's see. Green River's definitely not good. Life Pod 7 is probably fairly near the surface somewhere. Jelly Forest is also pretty close to the surface. So maybe we'll try Jelly Forest. Oh, I'm getting stuck. So the Jelly Forest is this left front. And I have spare kyanite, yes? No. Do I have some in here? Yes. Okay, we're good. Haha. Facility's gonna stop working because of me destroying all their maintenance bots. Okay, how close are we to the base? Hard to really say because it's got so many beacons going. Let's see. I'll keep those because if I ever need to drive my submarine back out, I'll need to know them. We don't need the disease research facility anymore. We don't need the various life pods. We'll keep home base. Don't need all these random signals. There. 400 meters. Perfect. Yeah, look at these fish just swimming. Like, there's definitely air here. So let's hop out briefly. And then I will place the beacon. Portal to containment at jelly. Nope. Jelly to containment. Perfect. No, this is the direction we're going. Although this vehicle is not the best at going up. Hopefully it'll be fine. Yeah, we're good. Yes, so I have a bunch of kyanite in the prawn suit.
Seek fluid intake.
We're almost back to the base. For various definitions of almost back to the base. Anything interesting in there? I don't know what that is. Mobile vehicle bay? Titanium, I'll take it. Okay, we need to climb over this mountain. Hey there, friendly Leviathans. Alright, I remember we did some amount of dismantling of the base. Put supplies in the submarine. I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. Oh, Seamoth's already parked, so I can't dock. That's fine.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright, let's get some food and water going.
Vital signs stable.
Let you back in. We need a lot of water. Melons. You've got lots of water. Oh, and water has lots of water. Cool. There we go. And this still has lots of power. Alright, cool. So we need... Ooh, we can make ion batteries just with what I have on hand. We're going to need the ion cubes and kyanite, which I have on hand, meaning it's in this storage. There. Should have just grabbed it when I left the prawn suit, but didn't think about it. Alright. How do I find it? Two kyanite. Ugh. Come on. There. Now I should be good. There it is. Blue tablet. Slightly tedious, but we're fine. So now we need to find jelly to containment. Go away, shark. You will lose to my prawn suit. Okay, we're through the shallows, then we've got a little bit of a creep vine kelp forest. There we are. We've made it to the jelly forest. Down into this crevasse, I would assume. In there is where we're going, if I can figure out how. There we are. Alright. Minor detour, but it's fine. We now have a quick path back to our base. Which is super convenient. Okay. With that out of the way,